I got my first girl when I was 10 years old, down behind the house here in the South Branch. They're fishing trout. I caught a girl, couldn't believe it. Brought it up here, that was my first one, and I was hooked then. In 1985, I think I got a plaque up there on it. My son Kevin was up there, he was young then. Him and I went to the Broke Farm camp. He wanted to go, and I said, yeah, let's go up. We'll spend the night. So we left there Saturday morning early, went up to the Broke Farm. And we came back down Sunday morning. We'd had pretty good fishing. We got a couple of nice sea trout. This was in June. And we come down to the Dane Pool. And that's when the Dane Pool was beautiful. It's all changed now. It's all filled in. But it was a beautiful pool. Dawson can remember when the tree was hanging over it.
Yeah.
And we came down, and Mike Prosser and an RCMP officer was there fishing. He was guiding. An RCMP officer, Barry Helm.
Barry Helm, yes.
He was there. I can remember the name. And so they were there. And so Kevin and I came down. We stopped. And there, Mike said, come on ashore. And I said, yeah, I'm going to. No, he said, try the pool first. He said, we've been raising a nice trout out there. We can't catch it. So I had a butterfly on. And I went down over. My Lord, I just made 4 or 5 casts and hooked that trout right there. 6 pounds, 4 ounces.
Wow.
So I gave it to, so Kevin was right there. I said, here, Kevin, you land it. So it's actually, like it's his, like it belongs to him and I. So I give it to him. And I went ashore with the boys, and they said, well, we might have a little, maybe drink a Coke here for a minute or two. So we stopped, and I was enjoying it, and Kevin kept playing the fish. And pretty soon he hollered to me, he said, you better come. He said, I can't get it in. He said, it's big. And I said, oh, it can't be that big. All Mike had was a little net, about just a little small trout. And I didn't have any. So I grabbed a little net, and I went down and was coming around, and I couldn't believe it, how big it really was. And I got it in the net, and of course it pretty near fell out, and I always tell everybody I hugged it harder than I ever did Simon. And I got ashore with it after a while, and we hit it over the head. We couldn't believe how big it was. So I took it down to Freddie Grant. When I got home, I want to get it mounted. And Freddie does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I went down to Mrs. Grant. She does the skinning with the trout. And she wanted the meat. She said, sea trout's no good unless you take the skin off.
Yeah.
So anyway, I said, oh, you can have it. I just want the trout anyway. And anyway, there it is. That's one of my special fish.
Yeah.
And another special fish was Norman Cummo and I. Him and I took a trip. We had a big raise of water in August. And that's back then. I was getting up so I could get some time off. I had some vacation time. And so Norman, him and I did a lot of fishing together. And he said, let's go up to Broke Farm Camp. He said, can you get a couple of days off? And I said, I got some vacation time coming. So I talked it over with Simon. Yeah, so we went up. And we had one of the wonderful trips you wouldn't believe the fish that this was later on in the 80s.
Yeah.
And the nice fish that we were catching. And so anyway, we went up and we stopped at the Island Pool. Do you know where the lower Island Pool is? Just down below the flat pool. There used to be an island pool.
Yeah. I know where you mean.
Yeah, you know exactly.
Yeah, I know where you mean.
So we stopped there on the way up, and Norman said a short turn. He said, we've been having good luck. And I said, well, it doesn't matter. No, he said, go ahead. And I hooked the salmon. It was about 10 pounds. And it went, I couldn't believe it. It went down the river, and about every 20 feet it jumped. Just kept going up the water. It's hard to believe, to see sometimes what they do. I'd just stand there, reel singing right out, back and getting slick on the reel, getting down. And I said, Norman, I don't think he's going to stop. He's heading back for Boystown. He went clear down that stretch. And he stopped. He stopped, and he turned, and I reeled, and I worked, and I got him back, and I landed him. That's the best fish I ever caught in my lifetime.
Wow.
Why do I fish? Well, it's one of the best sports there is. And it's one of the places where you have peace of mind when you're out there. You can do a lot of thinking. And when you stop and think of it, God made a wonderful country here. And we all should get out and enjoy it more more in nature and stuff. But the reason why I fish is just it's the most peaceful thing that you can ever do, right? And most exciting thing you can do. You'll never live till you've caught a salmon on a dry fly.